We're back here on 94.8 XFM. Now, yesterday I came across an interesting post that was made by one of my very good friends, Alan Kasuja. And we had kind of like a back and forth conversation on education and unemployment. I had never seen it in my head the way he saw it, because he said many students today, or young people, go to school, attain a degree, and then decide, you know what, let me go back and do a master's. And then after a master's, probably, let me do another master's. Or then go and do another professional certificate and things like that. But by the time they get out of education, they are probably 27 and overqualified for the jobs that are available, which they call entry jobs. And it became a problem for them. So they remain unemployed. And they have gone on casting. So I had never seen unemployment in those lenses until I read it. So today I decided, you know what, let me invite one of our good friends who has made sure that we have some money in our pockets, that our pockets are not short. That is Brighter Monday. And also enabling people to have jobs, giving them career guidance, and availing them on their website. And in the studio, a lady I've met before, one of the Institute ladies that I know, we celebrated Women's Day together somewhere. And this is none other than the country. Yeah, no, we're at an event. She will tell that it was an event that I hosted. And this is none other than the country manager of Brighter Monday, Wachira, Xenia. I hope I got the name right perfectly.
Yeah.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well. I'm doing well.
Welcome. And thanks for putting off some time in the morning. I know Tuesday mornings and Monday mornings are for running up and down, but we got you on short notice regardless. And you said, you know what, let me go and talk to these people because this is what I do best.
Yeah.
And thank you for coming by. So, like I mentioned in my intro, talking about the problem of unemployment in Uganda, and that problem for me sounded very unique. I mean, okay, the scenario that I've put forward is unique to me. The problem of unemployment isn't unique to me. But I want us to start from that angle where people are going to school, attaining a lot of education and titles, and here we are, we're still unemployed. What exactly is the problem? Is it the education? Is it the people? Is it the job market?
I'll say, let me start by saying that question has so many answers, right?
True.
It will depend on so many things.
True, yeah.
First of all, I think today's world is not where we were 20 years ago, where titles were a thing, doing masters was, the thing and all that.
Cool. Sounds cool.
It was cool and all that. But now, employers are valuing more practical skills, right? So you could have done your degree, you could have done your master's, you could have done any other courses you need to do. But if that's theory and it's not aligning with the practical world of what is needed in a job place, that's where you find yourself in that scenario where you have all these qualifications and yet you're not getting the job. And we know a lot of entry positions don't offer. It's an entry, right? And so that means even for you, you should be willing to get on an entry level because you're organically building yourself, right? So when you do this masters, it works for some fields, but most of the fields, especially because now you find jobs that don't really have a degree or don't have a direct course related to it in the education. So you find, for example, nobody goes to school to learn customer service.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like there's no degree for customer service, right?
I've actually never thought about it.
Exactly.
That's strange, huh?
Yeah, so I don't know if there's a degree for social media.
No, there is no degree for social media.
But there's a difference between the courses in school and the jobs that are available. And so what does that mean? That means that now your degree is a show of competence. For example, I did fashion design. I'm not practicing fashion design.
Okay.
I later went back to school to do masters in business because that aligned with my career, but later. Why? Because it's needed in my field of work that I understand the whole field of business. But that's not what I did in school. So there's a whole shift of you understanding where are you passionate about? What is it you're very passionate about? And and information now is free. knowledge now is free. You can learn what is in market. What are those new roles coming up in a marketing field? And how do I reskill or upskill myself? Do short courses. Doing short courses is more better than going for that master's when you're at entry level. Because now employers are shifting to skills. So what skill are you bringing on the table? What knowledge do you have?
Would you say that, because if I go back where you started from, you were talking about the employers wanting skills and then having prestigious, what used to happen then when you have masters, you might clearly be worshipped in a home.
Exactly.
Now, it's almost nothing. So is it that the jobs have evolved?
Yes.
And the education has not?
Yes, 100%. I will say yes to that. So our job market is evolving very quickly. And now there's AI, which is going to make it even more
complicated,
right? But our education is still the same.
Oh.
And so it's upon you as the seeker. And now what I say is there's available knowledge in them. It's not like those days we didn't used to have YouTube.
No, we didn't even have Google.
We didn't have Google. Now you can literally research and know what is important for you or where do you need to be to excel in whatever you're passionate about, right? So there's that. But there's also players in the market like us who need to take a step and really help to bridge that gap, right? There's also the employers making upskilling and skilling in their role, in their jobs, one of the critical things and one of the benefits they offer their students, their employees, right? Yeah. So according to data, we've also seen that so there's two players in this market. There's the employer, there's the seeker. Also, as a seeker, they value where they have meaningful employment. They value where they see growth. So it's not like everybody is seated down and doing things, doing things that they don't understand. People understand that the job market has changed. Even the needs of the seeker now, it's not the needs of our mothers and fathers. Our mothers and fathers were fighting to survive. Now, it's not about survival, it's about meaningful work.
Meaningful work.
Yes.
Quite interesting.
There's a lot of trends and things happening in the job marketplace.
You were talking about passion, and I remembered a conflict where, some families, when the father is a doctor, the mother is a doctor, the siblings, somehow you'll find people, almost all of them become doctors. And the push is always about career and the money. But you see, there's also passion.
Exactly.
And I think some people find themselves in a place where they become unemployed because of passion. Like you said, you were a fashion designer, but there's a paycheck that has to be paid.
Yeah.
So for you to become a successful fashion designer, you're literally going to be self-employed. I don't know anywhere where they say we are advertising for a fashion designer. I don't know that.
There, but it's better if you're an entrepreneur. Yes.
Yeah, even I say it can become a little bit tricky unless we are running a competition. So when you see a child now, for example, those ones who have finished senior 6, in Kenya it's what, Form 4? I think, yeah. And they are at the stage of crossing to university. But you see, someone wants to speak on the microphone like I do, because probably for them it's passion. Me, I'm chasing a check. And at that level, you may think you want to go and do a course based on passion. Do you think that person may be misguided, or they are chasing the wrong dream? If they are chasing passion, or are they thinking about the career? What should someone put forward?
I think both aspects matter, and there should be a balance, right? You should for sustainability. Yeah, you should choose passion, because it's going to get hard in your career, and what keeps you going is that motivation and fulfillment that you get from your work, right? So if you choose a career only based on financial gain only, it's going to get to a place where it's going to be so hard, or you'll find yourself changing so many times because you're not guided by your values and your interest and your passion. So 100% I agree that people should follow their passion, and people should be willing to build organically. What I mean by that is you should be willing to start from scratch. You should be, if you want to do that radio presenter job, you should be willing to come and volunteer here, and don't expect to be paid or get that little pay, but learn from you. That's how you build. Nobody can take that experience from you. Nobody can take that, even when you fail in that career, nobody can take that experience away from you, because you are building organically over time, right? So that's the best approach. So I will say, always go for your interest. You need to be in a fulfilling role. Again, right now, young people are looking for meaningful work, where they feel they are they are playing a role in society. It's not about making the money. Actually, we did a survey, I think 2 years back, and we noticed that they would rather take lower pay than work.
No, you're kidding.
I'm not kidding you.
You would rather take lower pay,
but take something that aligns with your interest and work somewhere that values you as an employee.
And you're fulfilled.
Yes. And we get a lot of, because we interview a lot of senior employers, professionals, right? And they ask questions. They want to learn, which organization am I going to join? And if there's any bad reputation about that organization, no matter the pay, they'll say no.
Sister.
Things have changed very quickly. Things have changed.
Put cotton in our ears and make money.
Yeah,
That's quite
have changed, yes.
But I agree with. I think I agree with that survey for a second, because many times we've seen people walking here, and they say, "All I want is to be on that microphone. I don't care how much you pay me.
Exactly.
I want to do that." And I'm thinking, but you have bills. You have a smartphone that you want to pay data for. You have a home that you want to go and put your head, to rest. How are you going to pay that? They say, leave that to me. And you're thinking, okay, I don't know what that means, but the HR policy wouldn't allow you to work for free. Wow, what a survey. Yes. And let's talk about experience, because you touched experience a little bit here. You see jobs, 5 years of experience, 2 years of experience, 3 years of experience. And it looks like experience is not something that you easily acquire.
Exactly. You have to build.
How?
You have to build that foundation. You can't forego that in anything in life.
So do you advocate for people to do pro bono, volunteering?
Yes, and let's be smart about it, right? Let's be smart about it as well, because some of us are breadwinners for our families, right? So you need to be very smart. Again, as I said in the beginning, you need to balance between your interest, your passion, your values, and the career you're choosing with the financial stability it provides. And there's a lot of data for you to research and know this field will give me this much money. This field is not as marketable, right? So there's a balance. You need to balance. But more than anything, for sustainability, always choose something you are passionate about. Because yes, the workplace can get difficult. And on those difficult days, you need a reason to wake up and show up. And if you're not motivated enough or fulfilled with your work, you're not going to show up.
Okay. That is Wachira. I want to emphasize that name so that it gets into my head. Next time I meet another person with the same name, like I always murder some Kenyan's name, I always say, this I say Wanjiku? Wachiru. What? I always murder these names, and then it's like, not that. Okay, so I'm going to say Wachira until I get it right in my head, so that next time I visit Kenya, I speak like a Kenyan with sheng and proper language. Let's come back after this break and talk more about opportunities that are out there.